welcome back to my YouTube channel Bhavna's Vlogs. Today I'm coming up with another video assignment which was assigned by our professor Sudha ma'am. My name is Bhavna. Currently I'm pursuing my MBA in Sri Venkateshwara College of Engineering, which is affiliated to VTU Belgaum. My topic of discussion in this video is sources of working capital. It will come in the subject called financial management. This was the last video assignment in my first year into second sem of my MBA. So I'm requesting everyone to please do watch this video and share your comment in my comment section. Share your opinions in my comment section and tell your friends and family to watch this video, and you guys do share this video to your friends and family. Tell them to like and share their opinions in my comment section. If not yet, anyone not yet subscribed to my YouTube channel, means please go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel. So now let's begin this video. In the first slide, you can see what is the meaning and definition of working capital. Basically, in simple words, meaning can be derived as like working capital is the asset, like current asset over the current liabilities. For the definition, we can say that according to the qualitative concept, the amount of working capital refers to the total of current asset. Like current asset are considered to be gross working capital in this concept. So basically, working capital is the day-to-day activities of the business where the money will be used. That is called as working capital. For the day-to-day activities of the company, the money is used called as in working capital. So, if by seeing the working capital in the business, the company will decide the future plans, and the decisions can be taken by seeing the working capital in the business. This is about the meaning of the working capital. Now, let's move to my main topic, that is sources of working capital. Sources of working capital. A company has a various sources of working capital depending upon their individual companies. According to their conditions and their requirements, the company will use the working capital. The main three sources of working capital are spontaneous is first one, short term sources is second one, third one is long term sources. In that first one, spontaneous sources, the spontaneous of working capital creates while doing the business normal, the day-to-day activities like normal business. From that activity which the money comes into the business, that is called as spontaneous sources of working capital. Second one was short-term sources. Short-term sources is nothing but less than 1 year is called as short-term sources of working capital. Long-term, more than a year. Short term means less than 1 year, long term means more than 1 year is called as long term working capital. I hope you understood just the meaning of these three types of working capital sources, and I will explain you more about sources like short term sources and long term sources in this video. This slide you can see about short term sources of working capital. Basically, short term sources can be divided into two categories. One is internal sources and another one was external sources. Like internal sources of working capital depend upon like providing the taxes and dividends. These are essentially in current liabilities that cannot be delayed beyond a particular point. Like all corporates may separate their provisions making their payments, and the funds are available to the company like until these payments are made. After making this payment, the funds will be cleared. And so they are called as their internal. So this can be called as an internal source of working capital. Here are some of the relatively small, thus is not significant. In the other hand, we can see that the short-term external sources of working capital includes external sources can be we can say agendas like banks, NBFCs or other financial entities we can take into the external. Here I am listed some of the short-term sources of working capitals. Primary short-term working capitals are here I am listed. First point was loans from commercial banks. Second point, public deposit. Third point, trade credit. Fourth point, bank overdraft. Fifth point, advantages from customers. So loans from commercial banks. Basically, the business which gets a loan from the commercial banks, like commercial banks, the business are like mostly MSMEs, like small, medium, small firms can be taken loans from the commercial banks, like without offering any collateral values, collateral securities or the values to the bank. There is no legal formalities like imported export creation or mortgages on the asset is no legally there in the commercial banks. Second point was public deposit. Many companies had easy and convenient to raise the funds from the public by meeting their short-term requirements for the public deposits. Like in the progress, the company invites their employees or their shareholders or their general public to deposit their savings into our company through the public deposits. Next point was trade credit. Companies gradually sources a raw material and other items from the suppliers on credit basis. That is called as trade credit. Like the amount payable to their suppliers is also treated as a source of the working capital. Usually, the suppliers grant their buyers and credit period for 3 to 6 months in the business. Next one was bank overdraft. Small bank offers an customers and current account and holders a facility to withdraw a certain amount of money over and above the funds year by, like them to improve their current account with the bank. Next point was advances from customers. One effortless way to raise funds to meet their short-term requirements is to ask customers for some payments in advances. These advances confirms the order and given much needed cash to the business. Hope so you understood the short-term sources of working capital, in that internal and external sources of working capital. And next one was long-term sources of working capital. When the companies are required a funds from more than 1 year, it's called as a long-term sources of working capital. Here I listed 3 sources: share capital and long-term loans and debentures. Basically, the company may raise by offering their prospective shareholders to a stake in their business. The shares may be held by a general public, banks, financial institutions, or even other companies. The responses depends on several facilities, like including the company's reputation, prediction, profit potential, and the general economic condition. Like share capital may rises from the shareholders or their stakeholders in the business. Long-term loans. Also, like long-term loans, also working capital loans. These long-term loans may be temporary or may not be long-term. The long-term may generally like 84 months, like 7 years or more than to that. The long-term is not taken for buying long-term asset or investment, and it is used to provide a working capital to meet the company's short-term operational needs. Like long-term loans can be taken into the company, and that investment was made for the long term, and to the investment which we made for the long term, through that the companies should run the day-to-day activities of the business. Next, third point was debenture. Like shareholders debentures or also includes like general money for the general public. Financial institutions and the companies, however, unlikely shares is the case of debentures. The company also has to like decline their interest by paying their lenders openly. This is about the long-term sources of the working capital. I hope so you understood my topic of discussion in this video. My main topic was sources of working capital was understood by you all. What is spontaneous sources, how we will get a capital from the spontaneous or the short-term sources or from the long-term sources. I would like to conclude this topic here. So if the things which I explained in this video you are understood, means I am so happy. Working capital is very important for every business to overcome their responsibilities or the task or the day-to-day activities of the business. The capital is very important in the business. Through these 3 types, the sources of working capital can be taken into consideration. I hope so you understood the source of working capital and its meaning and definition in this video. If anybody have any doubt, please do comment me in my comment section. I'll clarify your doubts in upcoming videos. So yeah, if you not yet shared my video to everyone, anyone means, please do share this video to your friends and family and tell them to like this video and share your opinions to in my comment section. And if you guys are not yet subscribed to my YouTube channel means, please go and subscribe to my YouTube channel. See you in the next videos. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ತನಕ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಖುಷಿಯಾಗಿ. Bye bye. I'm signing off. Bye.